Hi, this is Brian with CEO Mastery, where for the last 20 years we've been helping CEOs go from successful to exceptional. There's a system for that, and we help you with it. Anyway, I'm headed to the office to get some things. This is the middle of the COVID coronavirus quarantine time, and strange times for sure. A lot of companies are, at a standstill. Some are doing okay, and some are actually thriving. Kind of depends what business you're in. But for those of you who have some extra time and you're worried about the future and want to position yourself for it, I highly suggest that you do a product line profitability analysis or product analysis or a customer profitability analysis. See, the problem is if we just look at gross margin, which is either for cost for manufacturing and distribution, cost of goods sold, after cost of goods sold, or for service companies after the direct cost of providing the services. So if we look at that gross profit line, it doesn't tell us the whole story. We think we're making a 40% margin on something, but we may not. Or we think, well, at least we're getting a 25% margin, but maybe not. The reason that number is not entirely accurate and can, in some cases, be incredibly misleading is that there are a lot of indirect costs. Below the gross profit line, there's all those operating expenses, and those are considered kind of fixed overhead. But the fact is that some of those are actually variable depending on the product or on the customer. So a customer, typically a very hard to work with customer that demands a lot of extra attention and trips and samples and God knows what, that cost is down below. You don't see that in gross profit. So you need to identify within there all the costs that relate to delivering the product or the service that one would think of being above the gross profit line, but actually those costs are below. They're hidden. And I've had numerous occasions where I've worked with companies, we've gone through their products, we've gone through the customers, and we find flat out losers. These are products that are losing the company money. And the beautiful thing about that is, one, it's a sad shock, but the beautiful thing is you can make money by just not selling them anything, because every time you sell something, you lose money. Now, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get, if you do that with all your products, you have some kind of a hurdle rate. So in other words, your overhead costs, your operating costs down below, some of those are truly fixed. They don't really vary much, a little bit. I mean, if you doubled your company, they would go up. But generally speaking, they're unattributable, unallocable costs. And if that is, let's say, 25% of sales, then you want to have at least a 25% margin on each product or each customer after allocating everything that you can to it. Because if not, then that customer or product is not contributing to your fixed overhead. And worse yet, of course, if it doesn't cover your overhead, it might not cover it at all. And therefore, it might be just a complete loss. So anyway, if you want to find out more, click below on the link. Give me a call, send me an email. But just keep that in mind. And now's a good time to do that, and to narrow your customers and your products to those that truly make sense profitability-wise, and then to maybe find more like that, which is kind of a strategy thing I'll talk about. But the best place to find great products and customers is in the ones you already have, and then model the ones that are winners. All right, well, I hope that's helpful, and log on to ceomastery.net or big6bootcamp.com if you want more information, and I'll check back with you later. Be well.